The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
He's got his blazer on. He's ready to go. Welcome to the studio, Nick.
Bonjour à tous, bonjour Brisbane, and bonjour chérie. Beautiful
Yes, Sherry. Loves it.
Of course, meaning dear, beautiful in French.
Dear.
Yeah.
Ah.
So ma chère, ma chérie is my dear.
Yes.
There we are.
Ma chérie.
Ma chérie.
Ma chérie.
Yeah, practice that one
Yes.
at home. They'll get you a long way.
Ma chérie.
Ma chérie.
Ma chérie.
A couple of good songs like that. All right, well, good morning, everyone. Your buzzers for this morning will be after famous films set in Paris. Susie, you will be Amélie, as referenced yesterday.
Emily Maresmo's story.
Great tennis player for France. Okay, I can do that. Emily?
I would watch that. Ash, Last Tango in Paris. You'll be Last Tango.
I'm going to do tango.
You're going to be Tango. You're going to end up saying
Last
Voodoo.
Tango.
I don't know why I bother. You're going to say Voodoo anyway.
Yeah.
And Lutzi, you will be Rugrats in Paris.
Fantastic. A long one.
You can just be Rugrats.
Almost impossible to win.
All right, question 1. The sailing is currently underway. Name a class of sailing in the Paris 2024 Games.
Emily?
Amélie.
Foil windsurfing.
That's correct.
Oh, good.
Right
Great
away.
Good
There's an
guess.
Great
Aussie
guess.
up, there's an Aussie up for a medal. in
Yeah,
that,
we usually do okay.
at the moment.
I was reading that
Matt?
there's a bloke that could win a gold medal but not swim in a race, not
hasn't he
sail a
started
boat yet. I don't know.
Pete.
It's incredible. It's a different world sailing.
There's no wind around or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
the doldrums.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, something odd.
All right,
to it
question
later.
numero 2.
That was a good get, Suze.
Last night, unfortunately, the Boomers were knocked out in overtime by Serbia. Name the former NBA MVP who was rolling around for Serbia last night.
God.
He's from that movie, isn't he?
Rugrats in Paris.
Now, that's a Spanish guy you're thinking of.
Oh, yeah, that's not him, is it? No. I've got no idea.
It was Nikola Jokic. Denver
Would
Nuggets.
have been here for a long time trying to come up with
That's
that.
all right. So 1 point to Suze.
Take a sip of your coffee,
Uh,
Suze.
And for Vico Craquant,
okay.
les questions toi. Big sip. It's all right. In the cycling,
What?
the velo.
That's English.
Oh, you're meant to be speaking
Hey.
in
It's
French.
I'm trying to give you some help coming into the French question, trying to set the mood.
All of us get angry at him.
No, wow.
Speak French.
For it.
Désolé, chérie.
Okay, good.
À quel angle se trouve le vélodrome aux Jeux Olympiques? A. 35 degrés. B. 40 degrés.
What?
C.
What?
45 degrés.
Yeah.
Similar,
Like that's going to help you.
similar
I
words.
thought that was what he said.
Rugrats.
Rugrats.
Was that me?
C'est very correct. The
Oh, he's done it.
angle of the velodrome at the cycling is 45
Yeah.
degrés, 45 degrees.
45 degrees.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Steep, isn't it?
It is.
Say
There we
something
go.
else in
1-1.
French, please.
Quelque chose autre en français. That is something else in French.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
I've got a boy turning 21 on Sunday.
Oh, it's Levi.
Levi. Yeah, so he's going over to Stratty. He's going over with a group of mates. We had a bit of a family thing last week, and then Jode and I going out to do with Levi and Liv tomorrow night for dinner. But I was laughing yesterday thinking about my 21st. I asked because I shared it with my brother Luke.
Oh, yeah.
And
Luke had to be
God,
part of it.
how annoying.
they're having a party. Well, this was a good one actually because all of our mates played a practical joke on Luke at our 21st that otherwise would have been on me, I guess. Because what they did was the year before, so when we were like 19 or 20, a group of the boys went up to Great Keppel Island and they had a huge week or whatever it was up at Great Keppel. I didn't actually go, but as part of it, there was like I don't know, they got blind drunk and Luke got naked. And there was a photo of Luke that came back of Luke completely naked.
Yeah.
Like, look, Suze, completely naked.
Does it look exactly the same as you, naked? Out of interest?
No, nothing like that.
Because you're identical?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big-
if I'm
big
being honest.
difference.
Yeah, pretty much.
Big difference.
But Suze, completely naked, and he was standing on like a picnic table, but it kind of standing there like, woo, like hands up like this, completely
Like a
naked.
victory
But
pose.
it was as clear as a button.
A button.
Weird way to put it.
Yeah, what's that?
Clear as a button.
Clear as day.
As a button. Yeah.
Clear as a trout.
Yeah. Anyway, at our 21st, we had like the old-fashioned, at mum and dad's house, aunties, uncles, friends, like anyone that it was a huge party that was around the pool and that. And they've given Luke a present. The boy, in the speeches thing, they gave Luke a present. And what they'd done is they had given Luke a picture of all the boys with Luke that they had framed up, and he's looking at that, but the whole of everybody else is looking at. They also blew up that picture from a couple of years ago of Great Keppel Island, and the whole of everyone was looking at Luke naked. So Luke's standing there looking at this, and everyone starts pissing themselves laughing, but Luke doesn't.
So how could he not see the other one?
Because it was double-sided. It was a
Oh,
double-sided.
right. It was on the back of it.
Yeah, sorry, double-sided framed photograph. One side
That's
is
great.
just showing the audience Luke stand, and
Naked.
it was this big. It was
Oh my
it was
God.
a huge
That's
poster.
so funny.
Yes, and it stood. And then it got put up in Chutz's shed for years and years. And years.
Oh my God.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
I've been watching America's Sweethearts, which is Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, the trials and whittling down the cheerleaders to make the team. It's on Netflix at the moment. It's awesome. And we have Janelle Davidson, who is one of the few Australians who is actually in the show and in the cheerleading squad. Welcome, Janelle.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
I got into this sort of, I kept coming up on my Netflix, watch this. But I was actually surprised, I don't know why I should be, of how athletic and sporty and how much time the athletes put into it. Like, was it a full-time job when you were a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader?
It is 100% full-time commitment. It's technically a half part-time job, but it is absolutely full-time commitment.
Yeah,
So were you, I'm just reading up, were you Storm, yeah?
Yeah, so I had my start at Melbourne Storm. I was a cheerleader down in Melbourne for 5 years, and then made the big leap to go over and chase my dream, trying to become one of America's Sweethearts.
I live on the Gold
I was
Coast.
lucky enough to go ahead and make it.
That's cool, isn't it?
I live on the Gold Coast, Janelle, and every year, it seems like every year, there's there must be some big cheerleading convention or something like that, and there's literally the whole of the Gold Coast is overtaken for a weekend where it's just like one cheerleading group walking up the Esplanade surface, then another. They practice in this park across the road from our unit, and it's pretty awesome. And what I've noticed is that in the last couple of years especially, this is becoming a juggernaut. It's becoming a real thing. And as Sue's mentioned, a lot of people are surprised by the athleticism that you girls have got. Girls and guys, or just girls? What do you got?
Dallas is just females, but in you're actually right. I know the one you're talking about in the Gold Coast. It's huge, and I know the one where that's like an all-star kind of tumbling stunt. It's a little bit different to what Dallas style is. It's hugely athletic. They do stunts, tumbling, pyramids, that kind of form. Whereas Dallas Cowboys is what we call a power pom style. When I was on the team, we actually did that style of cheer once a year at one game. We had 50 college cheerleader men come in, and we did stunts and tumbling and all of that for one halftime performance once a year. But now it's what we do on the sidelines is called power pom, and it's pretty much just dance. But the athleticism definitely comes in when you're dancing for 4 hours a game. Game day goes for 11 hours. You rehearse 4 or 5 hours, 7 hours, sometimes more every night for game days. And, that kick line and jump splits is pretty brutal. Plus you're wearing ankle weights, which is those beautiful Lucchese boots as well. So that plays a role too in athleticism, as you've probably seen.
Yeah. It's so competitive to get into it, isn't it? How many does it start? So the whole Netflix premise is you're going through all the trials, and they're whittling it down to, I think, a final maybe 12 people in the team. But how many does it start with, and how competitive is that process?
Yeah, it's very competitive. So now they take the auditions start online. So they actually do they accept video submissions now. So there's people that audition from all over the world, which is a pretty incredible opportunity. When I auditioned, you could only audition in person. So I had to fly over, and it was like this big cattle call, and everybody had to turn up on the day, and you had 90 seconds in front of them, and you just, basically they played music and you danced, and that was all you got. And it's either yes or no, back to Australia, or you go through to the next day. And then from there, they dwindle it down, and you keep auditioning for about 3 months.
Oh, wow.
So I've only been hearing about the series through Susie, Janelle, but and you said you're following your dream. Is this the end game for most of the girls, or is this the top of the pile? Because so from what Susie was saying, that you don't get paid like the footballers get paid. It's a pretty hard slog in that regard. So are you using the I guess the celebrity or the prestige of that to leverage into other areas, like a girl's getting big social media followings, or how's it work that way?
Yeah, I think, look, it's a good point. I think it's definitely evolved a lot. I definitely went over because it was my lifelong dream to make this team. And as you said, it is the pinnacle of cheerleading in the sense of power pom, the style of cheerleading that I grew up doing. So yes, when you want to be the best in this field, I definitely believe that it's the best out there. And it does attract thousands across the world to want to be a part of this team. But it actually comes with money can't buy experiences too, because of what the Dallas Cowboys embody off the field, which is those experiences in the community that you get to be a part of, where you get to actually be a community ambassador, travel to parts of the world that you never would otherwise, visiting military, visiting kids in hospital, really being an ambassador for not only for your team, but for America and for me, for Australia as well. So those experiences are really special too.
Good on you.
And you mentioned the Melbourne Storm. My wife Jodie, she was a cheerleader back in the day for the Gold Coast Seagulls. Yeah,
there you go. Okay,
like when they first
Pretty
came
cool.
At Bishop Park.
when they first came in, down at Tweed Heads, Gold Coast
right.
Seagulls.
Yeah. Okay.
Bishop Park.
When King Wally was there.
Yeah, where was it?
Jode-
Tweed Heads.
Oh, cool.
Jode was a cheerleader. Is that the way that you recommend to young people that are listening, going, I want to be into the cheerleading gimmick as well, that you get started at an NRL club, or what do you do?
My advice is get into any kind of performing that you love, whether that's dance, whether that's cheer. If you want to do it professionally, any opportunity that you have around you to join, my advice is just get out there and start performing. Do what you love. Follow your passion.
All right. Hey, Janelle, I'm a bit
really
worried.
cool.
I'm a bit worried, though. You're starting to lose that Aussie accent. Can you see those?
Oh, no.
You've got just the smallest amount of America coming through.
Do I have a bit of a twang going?
A little bit. A little
cheer.
bit. Like it's a point of difference for you to be an American over there. Do you know what I mean? To be an Australian to stand out. So don't lose your Aussiness.
No, noted. Well, I was there for 6 years, I'll work on my crikeys. But I live with my now American wife, so that helps to keep me grounded in my American accent.
I've got one more quirky question, because I want to know if this is true. In the series, at the end of each year, they re-audition everyone, so everyone has to audition for their spot back.
Oh wow!
How come?
Yeah.
Do you really have to give your uniform back after each year? You don't get to keep it. A, and B, then they give it to someone else the year after?
No, surely
So
not.
the uniform is custom fit. It's custom designed to fit each girl, and so you do have to give it back when you go to re-audition. It's kind of like it's a little ceremony, like I'm going to earn it back. It's in the mentality. You keep the standards high. It's that added pressure. It is a little brutal. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a terrifying process, but you work hard to earn your spot back, and then you get to celebrate it when you get your uniform back. And you do get your exact uniform given back to you when you make the turn back.
You haven't had a scary thing like you come back from the off-season, they give you your uniform back, you go, oh, my God, it doesn't fit. And then they go, no, we actually swapped it. You got Lisa, sorry.
No.
But what if you don't make what if you don't make the team? Do they give it back to you then?
if you don't make the team, if you mean when you're auditioning, re-auditioning?
Yeah, if they've taken the uniform off you, you go and re-audition, you don't make the team, which happens to people. There's tears
it's
everywhere.
gone.
Do you not get it back? Is that it? All done?
You don't get it back. That's
See?
it. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
I
what
think
happens to those? What happens
it keeps
to
it
those?
clean that way too. Yeah, because then there's no, there's kind of no awkwardness with.
Yeah. But so long,
Having
so long as no one's walking around with it, walking around in their home suits, putting it on, that'd be like false valour.
Has anyone ever stolen one, Janelle? Like if
That's
you've
not
just
bizarre.
jumped on
They
a
take
plane
off
and
you.
gone back to Australia?
I don't think so, but I mean, we do get to
I reckon
keep
Janelle
parts
has.
of it, which is pretty cool.
What do you get? Sorry?
we get to like, so when I left, I was gifted. I did an all-star season, so that's like an additional year after you retire. And I actually stayed on as kind of an alternate in my 6th year. I performed a lot in that last year as girls were injured on the field. So I actually did a lot of the games in my 6th year. And they, in the Christmas show at the end of the year, I think you would have seen a little bit of the Christmas
Yep.
show in the Netflix series.
Love it.
They, I walked the VIP. I was in the show and walked the VIPs, like Jerry Jones and a few of the other footballers that came and were a part of that show. And so my role was to walk them and, do a little thing in that show with them. And they made a pair of the Lucchese boots that I wore on game day. They crystalled them, like completely crystalled them
Oh, wow.
for that sequence. And so at the banquet at the end of that year, when I announced like my retirement, I was leaving, going home to Australia, they actually gifted them to me. So I got to go home with a pair of crystalled Lucchese boots that are, just,
nice.
really special and kind of my memorabilia from my time.
Oh, well
good
done.
on you. Well done. Congratulations.
It's awesome. Been
Thank
awesome
you so
watching.
much.
America's Sweethearts, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. It's on Netflix now, and it comes with a big recommendation from Suze. Thanks, Janelle. Lovely to meet you.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
Marky Mark, we've had a spotting of Mark Wahlberg. We sent Mitch out yesterday to McLaughlin Street.
Was that
where,
yesterday, was
it was
it?
yesterday,
Yeah.
where all the trucks were parked. Nothing. And then Rach, who works in our sales department, just cruising on through the valley.
Yeah.
Where'd you see him?
Probably coming home
Well,
for a
I
night
was
out in
actually-
town, knowing Rage.
I was actually driving past Ocker, so the little darts place, and there was some security guards standing there with their
Ochi,
arms.
isn't it?
Where is that? Is that
Oh,
near Wickham Street?
Oh, I'm not very good.
It's on. I'm going to say it's on Constant Street, which
Yeah.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
go with
it's on
that.
Constant Street.
What's
It
it,
is.
called?
Ochi, I think it's
Ochi.
called.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it not Ocker?
No, it's similar. I think
Ochi.
it's pretty much on the
Yeah.
corner of Wickham and Constance, like kind of down
Oh,
a
yes.
little bit closer
Correct.
to Wickham. Yeah.
Yeah. And they had the door like sort of half shut on the side, like alley. There was 2 security guards there. And I'd stopped at the light and I looked down and I was like, what's down there? And then you could see a little film and you could see Marky Mark was someone else. And there was maybe like 3 other people and there was a camera. And there's all these like trucks and trailers. And then when you drive past like the traffic light, then you could see all the trailers and stuff down the side.
Yeah.
So
Oh, good.
head down there and you'll see them.
Okay,
You hang around.
I drove down that street this morning actually and saw all the
Yeah.
big vans and everything.
It's
You
a
got to
big
really look down the
production,
alley.
eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't believe how many vans.
What, you saw it, Susan?
I didn't see Marky Mark. I just went down
Oh,
the
right.
street and saw all the cars because I was thinking, do you reckon they were filming all night?
I don't know, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what
Oh,
movie
I don't
yeah,
it
know,
is.
they were.
but it must be a big scene because they've been doing it for a few days. Like they've been here. They've been here all week.
Do we know how long
Well, I think
they're
they've-
filming here?
Yeah.
Sorry, Lutz.
Well, it's multiple scenes, I think. They're using the city as a cityscape.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So there. Then how long ago was that? Just for
Oh, I
All
was
the
driving at
fanatics
maybe
out
like
there.
8 o'clock.
all right.
Better watch out, Mitch. I think Rach is coming for your job, mate.
Yeah.
she
Rach
did.
on the
Rach on the
street.
street.
Yeah, Rots is on the
Rots.
street.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.
Both my kids wanted me yesterday for at separate times, but for the same thing. They both wanted help with clothes. Money, no clothes. So they don't live at home. So Bill rings me yesterday and he said, I need a suit. He's going to a ball at university. Needs like a black tie suit. But,
Tell me.
how good is it's so easy to buy a suit? It took us about 10 minutes. Well, once we got to the shop.
What, online or you go to a shop?
We went to a shop. Just went to one of those suit shops, or what's it called? I think Nick used to work there.
Connor?
Will Valor.
Connor. No, I can't afford Will Valor.
Oh, right, DFO weekend.
Oh, right. No, I went to Connor, and literally it takes you 10 minutes to buy a suit. And I'm the best person to go shopping with, as opposed to my husband Cliff. Because with Cliff, he has to, he's got to go to every shop and get every price, and
Yeah.
it takes like all day. I mean, I know it's, but you can buy a suit for $200, and he's got that now for a couple of years. So we just go in, there's like 3 types of suits. The guy goes, 3 types of suits. That one's for old fat people. Don't get that one. These 2, because Bill's 18.
Yep.
One of these 2, the slim or the super slim. This size. Done.
Boom.
Done it, yes. That's
Yeah.
good. Tick that off. Felt like a good mum.
Which one did he get?
They change the lengths of your arms and your legs and stuff.
Well, the guy said it's not worth it because the whole suit is $199, and to change the arms is $70, and to change the legs is $70.
Right.
That's $140. So they're a bit.
He can make do.
It doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
It's
One's
not a
looking.
Will Vallis fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we did that. Here,
You can get lucky if you're just the right size. So that's why when I joke around with those sort of cheap suits, it just so happens that I'm the right size for a large suit you can buy online.
Yeah, you're like
But-
you're like the Vitruvian man, mate. Your dimensions are just perfect.
I'm not saying it's perfection. I'm just
some of
saying
us aren't
average.
lucky,
I'm
but-
average.
yeah, that is true because you bought how much was your black tie suit that you? No, your suit you bought was it $80?
$68.
Yeah, but he made
Yeah,
it look
but even when I used to get
Far more
some
expensive.
freebies from my mate who had some brands, T-shirts and shorts and that, I just always fit the what do you
Yeah.
call them? The samples.
Samples.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm exactly the same. Let's see. I'm a sample size
Yeah.
too. It doesn't
despite your big shoulders.
Someone's been listening.
No, deceptively big.
Yeah.
Actually, no. If it's got shoulders, usually I'm not. But singlet ones I am. And then Alex rings me 8:30 last night. She FaceTimes
What's she
me.
want?
She's like, "I've got a job interview tomorrow, Mum. I need a corporate outfit." So I go up to mine.
Corporate.
Corporate.
Yeah, that-
What is corporate?
Well, I don't know, but
Yes.
Power suit.
I do know the end of this story because Alex FaceTimed you. Or you keep going with the story.
Oh, you've seen the end result. Yeah.
Yes.
So Alex said, I've got a job interview, like some sort of bookkeeping thing. I don't know what it is, finance thing, like a part-time job. And I'm like, I'll go up to my cupboard. I've got nothing corporate. How good we don't have to wear corporate wear ever. Like I literally just wear, what am I wearing today? A jumper and pants and sand shoes or Birkenstocks. And so she showed
That
me.
blue dress you wear is kind of corporate.
Yeah.
If you accessorised it with some sort of
Yeah, but she doesn't
black
have to wear
belt
it
and-
every day to
Yeah.
work.
That's for
Is what she's
Yeah,
saying.
good point. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the things.
yeah.
But so Alex ended up. She was wearing a black pair of pants that she wears when she works at the stadiums, a button-up shirt like I wear, which I thought was fine. But she was like, "No, I can't wear this. It looks disgusting." I'm like, "Well, that looks corporate to me." And then she said, well, "I'm going to wear this singlet top with these pants." And I said, "You can't wear a singlet to it's a job interview. You can't wear a singlet to a job interview, can you?
No, I
you
don't
can't
think so.
show your arms."
Well,
Depends where it is.
It wouldn't bother me if I was.
If it's at Honeybees, you probably would do that.
I don't have the job to hand out. Yeah.
Anyway, like.
But anyway, I saw what she that was exactly what if that was the brief.
Yes.
She nailed it because
Well,
she looked corporate.
Yep. So she went.
If it's finance, I mean, let's put that over it as well.
yeah. So she lives at a
High finance, buddy. High finance.
Not at
High finance.
Got to be looking corporate. Yes.
Not at
Right,
not
right.
the level she's going for, but she lives with people. So I said, she lives at college. I said, just go and find some
Yeah.
clothes off other people, and she did. Yeah, she ended up in cream pants, a singlet top, but a really nice blazer over the top.
Yeah, that is
And
the
she
beauty of being able to live with people.
I know,
Isn't it?
You can share their outfits. I mean, as if she's going to want to get something from Mum to wear to a job interview.
Yeah. You'd always just scab something.
Yeah, from someone
Yeah.
else.
It's like I was at my kid's footy on the weekend, and Archie finished his game of footy, and I had to give him a hand to take his jersey off. As I've taken his jersey off, I've looked at the back of his jersey. It was inside out. It had a name tag on it. And I don't remember the name, but it certainly wasn't the name of Archie Bradnam. I'm like, whose jersey is this? He's like, I don't know. I said, who's this kid? He went, I don't know.
The Ash, Lutzi and Susie Snackbox.